Hey guys, what's up? Lear the Lance Corporal here. Our weekly video is being published a bit late, and that's because it's going to be more of a news and announcements video where I'm going to, open up and speak about my little personal situations and talk about some changes coming, both good and potentially bad, to the channel. But this isn't going to be really a recruiting video because we've been hitting some record numbers for influxes of new people, and I've had to throttle that because that's too many new people to deal with. So playing behind me was me setting up the Friday mission for the Syndicate, and I hope next week's missions are better because holy crap, that was such a funny mess. This whole outpost I made for them. I ended up getting blown to high hell for stupid reasons, but hey, at least we had fun, we laughed, and it was a challenge, but, I know people had fun. So, anyway, talking about some announcements. The biggest one I want to get off my chest is Operation Trebuchet, as we know, had an update about a month ago in August where it updated to 64-bit, added some Scorpions, had a bunch of general fixes. And I've been getting some pressure to start having that in our weekly schedule again. Let me just say this. I know. I'm working on it. It has some similar issues to Ironfront with its compatibility, at least for the mod set I want to use with it. And I'm working in a similar fashion of how I worked with Ironfront. I'm making some custom server-side scripts in the background to be running. That way, if we do get a yellow chain error, instead of crashing the server, it'll fix itself. We might have a small network spike or lag spike, but it won't outright fuck up the mission because holy crap, I hated that in Ironfront. I spent so many hours coding in shit and fixing shit so that would potentially never happen again. And so far it's been great. We've done a few different Ironfront scenarios. Those videos haven't been published to YouTube yet, but they are uploaded and they are scheduled in, and we will be getting to that. So what I'm basically looking for in terms of some changes on how we're going to be doing some hosting stuff is Monday. I'm thinking we'll turn that into a dedicated Ironfront day, bring that back so we can, have some more fun with that mod set. And then Thursday, we'll alternate between Unsun and Operation Trebuchet. Still working on Operation Trebuchet, as I said, so this change probably won't happen for another few weeks unless I make a few good breakthroughs, but I'm also working on a bunch of school-side projects as well, so I'm not expecting progress to shoot through the roof here. So those are the changes we're working with. Antistasi, I will still be putting that up weekly. We'll probably move that to Wednesdays. I probably won't be participating in those. That'll just be for my own community. And it's really because I'm bored of Antistasi. A lot of people are now bored of Antistasi. Because, we had a good bit of fun with that. But now we're just reaching the limits of we have a very big community, and if we try to put those numbers on the server, it does not work. So there's that. And then PvP Ops, we'll make that like a monthly special thing, kind of like with Manticore's collab we have at the beginning of every Sunday, or excuse me, Saturday, first of each month. We'll probably do some sort of PvP event. That's still going in the works, but so far, we're still having Thursday alternate between Antistasi and PvP until I get in the Operation Trebuchet stuff, and that'll all be put on the forums. I'll put up some news videos about it, etc., etc. And by the way, in the map, it's going to be Exker or whatever. It's that post-apocalyptic looking map, and I'm thinking that's a really good aftermath of the Covenant UNSC war, and we can have some UNSC forces versus insurgents or vice versa, because I am streamlining all the factions we do on a 3-month basis where we alternate between the Blue 4 and the Op 4 and then Independent or back to Blue 4, whatever. It's just in 3-month phases. So there's that. That's all out of the way. Next thing I want to talk about, the Rhodesian Light Infantry Ops. There's been a little lull with them. That's because they've been busy, or if I've had to miss it because of some personal reasons coming up. Those will continue for another few weeks. I want to do at least 3, maybe 4 more, and then unfortunately I'm going to have to cut that off. And that's really because for my Saturday nights from 8 to 10, I kind of need that time for either spending it with friends, family, or working on schoolwork. So cutting back a little bit there. Good bit of fun. I'm advertising for them. Very good group otherwise. That will be scaled back, unfortunately. And finally, the last point I want to make, and this is the biggest overarching point I've been having to tackle for a few weeks and make an official decision with myself. It's the financial hole I've dug a bit for myself. And just to give some background, about late July, I decided to quit my job for a multitude of reasons, but that has made my channel kind of my bread and butter, how I make a living for myself to currently pay for my rent, pay for supplies, pay for food, pay for utilities, and also in the background raise about $18 to $20,000 for a fifth year in college that I will eventually need. And that's another about 2 years down the line is when I'm gonna start needing that money. And I've made a good chunk out of it, but here's the deal. YouTube, Twitch, it pays well. I make my ends meet barely, I want to say. I do have to budget quite a bit, cut a few costs. It's not what I like to do, but hey, that's what life is. But on top of that, it's created a bit of a personal creative conflict with myself. And what I mean by that is I've found myself a little more desperate for Patreon money, Twitch donations, and the works. As well as I've also seen myself subconsciously start a bit more of a violent tend towards my player base. What I mean by that is simply I kill them a bit more often. And I've noticed that over, the summer, first few weeks of September, and I've already done things in my own things to correct it. It's been hard to kind of word all this and formulate a solution. And I don't want to go that route. Because deeper down that route, there are much worse things that can happen to the point you can have basically how I started my channel. If you just go full cinematics in Arma 3 and you focus only on yourself and your viewers for profit, you're gonna basically alienate your player base. And I've literally lived through that. Not from what I've done personally, but the whole reason this channel exists is because that exactly happened. Not gonna point any fingers, name any names. If you've been with me for this channel for a while, you can probably infer, but I don't want to throw any hatred on people because I don't have any personal gripes over that sort of stuff. I'm just explaining why this exists, and I'm just pointing out that I could go down that route, but I really don't want to. So over the past 2 weeks, I caught this. I've been making changes in my Zeus style again, making new policies for myself, editing some difficulty variants, however the hell we say that word, and, again, trying to refocus on the player enjoyment as best as I can. Because in my opinion, that's the most important part of Zeusing, is making sure everyone has a good time. But I have unfortunately dug myself a bit of a hole where I still need to depend on all this financially, so I can't totally alienate my viewer base either, and I don't want to go that route either, because then, nobody watches you. But it's all just a big balancing game, but it's a difficult, complex equation that I cannot really explain. So what I'm going to do to counter all of this is, in the long run, I need to focus on boosting my GPA up. So I might take you might see a few more like YouTube hiatuses like what I had this week. I spent a few days, I maybe uploaded only like one thing. That's going to stop, by the way. After this video, we're going to have about 2 uploads a day, to get myself back on that YouTube treadmill. But we'll see a few more hiatuses if I'm getting busy IRL, because again, boost my GPA, that'll lead to me getting a good internship. I just dropped my fucking pen that I play around with, and that'll then get me back on track with a job. And the whole reason I could go back and get my previous job and be fine, but the time commitment and the stress that's gonna do is going to really fuck me over. And that, again, huge thing to talk about. Don't want to throw shade on anything, but basically the workload increased significantly and the pay did not. Actually, it got a little bit worse. because the company itself was going a bit downhill. Again, that's going into some of the reasons why I quit, but it's all a complicated issue. I just kind of want to get this off my chest. Also apologize some of the players that noticed I was getting a bit more hostile with my actions, and hopefully in the past few weeks we've seen enjoyment increase, and to show you guys I'm getting back on track. And to the viewers, again, thank you all so much for all your support. I hope you keep enjoying the content, and we'll just get back on track. So I'm going to be answering any comments people leave with questions, concerns, anything else to go with. And, yeah, we'll go from there. So, to TLDR, or whatever the fuck, everything I just said, I know my content was getting a bit more malicious for the player base. Fixing that, and I'm going to start weaning myself off of the channel financially, because I don't want to go that route ever again. Other than that, long term for the viewers, that's good, because if you don't know, War Games Incorporated, a buddy of mine, he's doing a giveaway. He's giving out a bunch of PC parts. I'm going to start doing that as well very soon, and in the long run, I'll be able to do more of that. We'll also get things like charity donation streams, where I will let the viewers donate a shit ton of money to basically see the players die. But it'll all be going to a good cause, and we'll go into issues like that. There's ways we can have all of these fun little things and torture our player bases, but it has to be done right, because otherwise you just, well, alienate the shit out of them. So don't want that to happen. But anyway, that's all I really got. I think I had one more thing to say, but it is eluding me at the moment. Wait, okay, no, I got it. I stopped the recording to remember. Two quick things. One, I have a mailbox. I already got a package. Forgot to record the unboxing. Thank you for the werewolf dildo. Anyway, number two, I'm going to just publicly say that I don't need any more email suggestions. I still welcome them, but definitely don't respect any replies anymore, even if they're really, really good. And the reason for that is the notepad page that I literally catalog everything and record everything, shut up me, is, it literally, when I scroll wheel, it lags. It fucking lags. That's how big it is. Like, you can't even see the scroll little, like, not the cursor, but the little sidebar used to move up and down, whatever the hell that's called. If you just hold the down button or up button, you don't see it budge for like a minute. That's when I know it's gone too far. So I've got plenty of suggestions. I've been forgetting to write people's names down on who suggests what, and therefore I don't even put the suggestion names down when I upload the videos from the ideas of what I've got, but it's just so fucking much. I can't handle it anymore. So, yeah, just putting that out there. But otherwise, again, I'll stick around the comments, reply to any questions people have. I probably have some obligatory wordings. It's 2 a.m. right now. I'm really tired. Haven't slept in 24 hours because I've been working on shit. But, yeah, anyway, I'll get this rushed to YouTube or wherever the hell we call it, and we'll go from there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. To all my players, hope you keep on playing. Hope we keep having fun. To all my viewers, hope you keep on watching. Hope you keep on enjoying it. Hope to see you become a player if you want to. We'll get you trained. We'll let you get in on it. And hopefully you won't die too many times. But anyway, guys, once again, I'm Leroy the Lance Corporal. I'll probably never do a face reveal because of my identity issues. Take care. That was a really weird thing for me to say last minute. That's how my brain is going at 2 a.m. with lacks of sleep. With a lack of sleep. Oh my God. Alright. Can we cut? Cut the video. Okay, I hit the stop button, but the thing's still moving. Are we done? No, because the number's still... Frickin', it's lagging. It's lagging. Because I'm also processing a video, I'm watching YouTube videos and uploading videos, and I think it's gonna just cut off when it finally... Okay, it stopped recording. Thank fuck. Anyway, good night everyone, take care, enjoy the uploads, going for 2 a week, or 2 a day, fuck 2 a week, 2 a day, and take care.